Let's start with the headline.
Bayern Munich in the race to sign Anthony Gordon by bidding £70 million for the Newcastle forward.
Barcelona have agreed a deal worth more than £69 million with Newcastle United for England winger Anthony Gordon. The fee is confirmed at over €80 million. Personal terms between Gordon and Barcelona already agreed. This deal is done in all but the final paperwork. Now let's rewind, because this story had a massive twist. For weeks, the name linked to Gordon wasn't Barcelona, it was Bayern Munich. The German champions were in formal discussions with Newcastle, actively chasing Gordon to add to an attack that already includes England captain Harry Kane, Michael Olise, and Luis Diaz. Bayern looked like the front runners. Then Barcelona came in and completely flipped the script. Why did Bayern miss out? Simple, there was a gap in valuation. Newcastle wanted over £75 million. Bayern weren't meeting that number. Barcelona came in, structured a deal, and got it done. And that word, structured, is crucial here, because Barcelona cannot hand over £70 million in one payment. That's just not how the club operates right now financially. So this deal is being spread across 4 to 5 years of payments. Newcastle agreed to that structure, and that's what made this transfer possible. Now here's where it gets really interesting for Newcastle fans. This is not just a transfer, this is a strategic reset for the club. Cast your mind back to last summer. Newcastle sold Alexander Isak to Liverpool for a British record £125 million, but it was chaotic. No chief executive, no sporting director. The club buckled under pressure and sold on deadline day. It was messy, it was damaging. This summer, completely different story. Newcastle now have CEO David Hopkinson and sporting director Ross Wilson firmly in place. Hopkinson made it crystal clear back in March, Newcastle will only sell players on their terms. And that's exactly what happened. They held firm, commanded a premium, and walked away with over £69 million for a player whose contract still had 4 years to run. That's called leverage. And Newcastle used it perfectly. Now let's talk about Gordon himself. Because his numbers back up every penny of that fee, he finished as Newcastle's top scorer this season with 17 to 18 goals across all competitions. He's been electric in the Champions League. His goals and assists in Europe are exactly why clubs like Bayern and Barcelona came calling. He's 23 years old, English, hungry, and at the absolute peak of his development curve. But here's something fascinating. Gordon spent the last 4 games of the season on the bench. Unused substitute. Newcastle even brought on teenagers Sean Neve and Alex Murphy ahead of him at Fulham on the final day. That wasn't punishment, that was protection. Newcastle were shielding their asset from injury before the transfer went through. Cold? Maybe. Smart? Absolutely. And the Newcastle fans in the away end at Fulham briefly sang his name. A farewell they knew was coming. Now, what happens next on both sides? For Gordon, he'll now finalize the formalities of his move before joining his England teammates flying out to the United States for a World Cup training camp. Barcelona wanted this done fast, and that's key. They didn't just want Gordon, they wanted him secure before the World Cup. Specifically so Premier League clubs couldn't jump in, and because of the injury risk that comes with a major tournament. For Newcastle, the money from this sale goes straight back into rebuilding a squad that finished a deeply disappointing 12th in the Premier League. But there's a catch. Everton are entitled to 15% of any profit Newcastle make on Gordon, after they sold him to Newcastle in 2020-23 up to £45 million. So Everton get a slice of this windfall too. And there's one more subplot here that's worth mentioning. Marcus Rashford. With Gordon now heading to Barcelona, the spotlight falls on Rashford, who is currently on loan at the club for Manchester United. Rashford has made it clear he wants to stay at Barcelona. He's even willing to take a pay cut. But United don't want another loan. They believe the £26 million auction to buy is more than fair. So Rashford could be at the World Cup playing not just for England, but playing to convince Barcelona's manager Hansi Flick to keep him instead of, or alongside, Gordon. That storyline alone is worth following all summer. So to wrap it up, Anthony Gordon is heading to Barcelona in a £69 million plus deal. Bayern Munich lost out. Newcastle got their price, on their terms with a proper structure in place this time. Gordon goes to one of the world's biggest clubs at 23, and the transfer window, it's only just getting started.